Hi Aquarius, welcome to your July 2019 monthly readings. You guys, I'm going to get these all done before July 1st. That's pretty freaking amazing for me. All right. I've been having some difficulties too, so that's why I'm saying it's amazing for me right now, because I've recorded a few videos. They didn't record, and you don't find that out until after you do them. So I'm going to do these slightly different because an Aquarius asked for it. So we'll switch it up. I am going to do the no show and grow. I think I'll only do that every 4 months though. Okay, so if you guys have suggestions or anything that you would like more information about, I have no problem doing that. The only thing that I do have a problem with is with love. I don't have a problem with that personally. I'm referring to the more love spreads. I'm not a fan of doing those. That's just my belief, though, right? I don't feel like tarot or spirituality is supposed to be used towards those things. If they are, it's for growth, for improvements, right? So if love comes up, I'm looking for solutions, not problems. I just don't interfere with those types of things. I feel there's free will, and I do feel like love is the most precious gift you're given. Therefore, that's not something that I am supposed to tempt with, all right, or mess with. Okay. So I'm using angel cards. If you don't believe in angels, you just substitute that for whatever you believe in. I like this deck because I feel like there's a lot of messages in them that can be highly beneficial for the person inquiring information. So I'm hoping that these cards will give you the information that you are seeking, right? I might not understand it, but that's okay. Hopefully it for you yourself, it applies to you and you understand it, right? So hopefully my fellow Aquarians are doing good. I say fellow Aquarians because I have a Mars, Venus, and Aquarius. So I'm with you guys on the journey. All right. And I was going to use a different deck for you guys because I keep hearing, I forget, it's called Starman, I think, the song. I'm going to have to remember to put that underneath because I don't know if that's the exact song. I'm going to have to research it though because I'm just hearing it. So I do have a deck that's associated with that song. I did want to use it, but I haven't used that deck on YouTube yet. Where just there's a lot of colors happening in that deck. Where okay, so your first card. It's enough chit chat. Your first card is seeing clearly. If you don't believe in angels or heaven, you just substitute that for whatever you believe in. No judgment here, right? So God, spirit, universe, the divine, life, whatever it is. So this is like the hangman card. It's 12. Okay, the number 12. It says seeing clearly. All right. It's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see past the current situation and envision amazing possibilities. Don't worry, the pause in the moment while you rethink your plan won't last. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. All right. So it seems like, you might be put on pause just to rethink things through in whatever avenue that that's applying to. It's asking you to see things in a different perspective. So that could be like saying, instead of seeing things in black and white, it would be to try to see it in a third perspective, which would be combine the two. So when you combine black and white, you get gray. It's a different color. All right. So you may be asked to look for the gray area. And if there's anything that Aquarius is a pro at, it would be finding the gray area, right? Because you're co-ruled by Saturn, you understand the rules, you play by the rules. However, you have a unique way of achieving what it is that you want. You don't break the rules. You can be the rebel. You are considered the rebel of the zodiac sign. However, that rebelness is like you don't break the rules, but you do know how to bend them, right? You think outside of the box. Where sorry about that, you guys. I got background music. I need that so I don't get distracted. All right. And you have 2 extra cards. I only wanted 3. That's all right. So the next card you got is the 2 of Thought. It says your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing, and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels, again, substitute that for whatever you believe in, life, God, universe, spirit. Ask your angels for the signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. You seem to be focused on something right now. And you have a loved one that's very focused on you, or that can be waiting for you. Somebody's waiting for you to make a decision. That's not for all of you, you know. It could be, it's kind of like you're waiting on yourself. There's missing information. So what I have to say about that is, like, you are being given clarity. You will be given that if you ask, or you set your intention outwards to, you know, spirit, life, whatever it is. If you set your intention outwards, you will be given those answers in a subtle way. So what this is implying is it's basically like, if you, okay, this has come up for a few people. If you see butterflies, okay, like around you all day, or bees, okay, or a rabbit passes your path, or like a skunk, a raccoon, any of these things, right? It's a little, well, I won't say odd, but it's random, right? So if you look up the spiritual meaning of that individual insect or animal, right? Like you've been having a lot of spiders in your house lately. Okay, well, universe, life, spirit, God, whatever, is trying to send you a signal. Okay, you're not receiving the signal. They're trying to give you the answers to what you're seeking. You got to see things from a different perspective. So that means that they're going to give you the subtle signs. So if you research the spiritual meaning behind whatever it is that you're seeing, and seeing clearly, you have to see this clearly, right? Like, you will be given the information to what it is that you are seeking. But you're going to have to do that on your own. Okay. The next card you got is the Four of Thought. So getting near the ocean could be really good for you guys. Okay. She's got a seashell. Oh my goodness. Mercury retrograde, you guys. Bear with me, all right? That's what it looks like. If you get an intuitive hit, follow that, okay? It says the Four of Thought. Spending time in nature, listening for guidance from your angels and your inner voice. See, again, okay? Like, pay attention to the subtle signs, because nature is going to give it to you, Mother Nature, all right? You have to look up the information yourself, though. You'll be given the answers to what you need. You'll know. You'll have your aha moment, all right? Okay, spend time in nature listening for guidance from your angels and your own inner voice, because overanalyzing the situation won't provide the answers you're seeking. Consider taking a vacation or a small break to help you rejuvenate and become clear on what your next step should be. Meditation can be very helpful. And meditation is coming through because you're getting a pause moment. So if you feel like you're stuck and you're not going anywhere, or things aren't coming together, it's because there's clarity needed. You need to see clearly. All right. So you need to gather the little bit of timbit of information that you're missing to progress forward. Okay. And the next card is really good, guys. It's open your heart. It says, allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotional fulfillment experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. So Aquarians, you know, like, if you have something in your heart, I know people say air signs are not the most lovey-dovey. I find Aquarians, uh, you know, the more cheesy, the better. I don't know if all of you want to admit that, but I have a Venus and Mars in Aquarius, so I can vouch for that. You know, like, I do some pretty cheesy things. I call the air signs the movie romance. All right, they'll wine and dine you. They'll take you on a helicopter ride, or ski trips, or restaurants. You know, like, They do what they see, because they think that's what it's supposed to be like, and they don't know any different until they try it, right? But they can be cheesy. And don't be fooled. People love that. All right. What's coming through is following the steps you're guided to take. And again, that's coming through like, I may not be giving you the information you're needing, but like the universe is going to give that to you. Life is going to give that to you. And you're going to have to pay attention to nature, your surroundings, to receive that. All right. If it has to do with relationships, those of you that are involved, it's pretty promising. All right. The two of you may need some alone time or one-on-one time. So that means date nights and things like that. If you're not with a significant other, then this is talking about going out with friends and family. All right. Or partnerships. It's saying open your heart. Okay. So the past is the past. You can't relive the past out. You can't think that the past is going to be the same in the future. It's going to be different. Right. If you're stuck on the past, then your heart's blocked. Okay. The next card you got is Helper of Thought. And with the bird here, that is you being given messages, you guys. Like I can't stress that enough. Your answers are going to come, and they're going to come in a unique way. Why? Because you're an Aquarian, man. uh, Sometimes I think like people with strong Aquarius. You ever remember that show, Third Rock from the Sun? Oh man, that's like very Aquarian, you know? Like it says, Helper of Thought. Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best you can. You now will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. And that is you, Aquarius, because you have to be very confident and courageous to be outside of the box, to be uniquely who you are. And Aquarians are unique people, right? They're very kind, caring, giving people. I know everybody says they're emotionally detached, but that's not true. All right. Like you can't, Aquarians understand emotions, right? So you don't fear what you understand. You fear what you don't understand. Did that come out properly? All right. And the reason why Aquarians can be emotionally attached, what appears to be emotionally attached to others, is because they understand the human emotion, right? So there's no need for them to be attached if they understand it. All right. But I'm going to pull one more for the Four of Thought and then the Seeing Clearly. All right. So if you want to think about something, and hopefully this card will answer that. Okay. Damn it. Too many came out. It says be open to success. Okay. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. Divine guidance, again, you guys, key. All right. You'll be given the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities that you need to progress forward. And only you will understand it. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise heading your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with gratitude you deserve. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Abundance. This is a beautiful card, you guys. It says, life is wonderful. Your hard work and dedication to your dreams will provide you with great peace and contentment. Take time to enjoy quiet moments of reflection and luxury. Feel free to buy yourself small, luxurious gifts. You've earned the financial security and independence you now enjoy. So this is saying treat yourself, right? Go out and get a massage. You don't have to pay full price for it. You can go on Groupon and get one, right? You can go out and do fine dining. You can do that off of Groupon. I do that all the time, you guys. I love Groupon. If I lived in America, I would be one of those crazy coupon ladies. No word, no lie. The next card you got is embrace those around you. Go get your nails done. Pamper yourself, right? Go out in a nice dress on the town, you know, a night on the town. It says, embrace those around you. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who you love and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. Right? Again, going back to Groupon, there's lots of new things that you can try on there. They got baking classes, and especially if you're just going to try something, there's no point of investing your hard-earned dollar into something that you know that you're unsure of that you're going to proceed forward with. Okay, they got writing classes on there, art classes on Groupon. Might as well just test it out, try. You never know. Jewelry making classes, you know, like all sorts of things. You might end up finding a passion of yours or something that you didn't know you were good at, right? Uh, this is very family oriented too. Concerts might be really good for you guys. There's two girls here and a mother, it looks like. So your children are important to you guys, right? It's quality time with them, reading bedtime stories. Even if you don't have children, um, you know, you can read books, um, even ebooks, right? Like when you're doing housework and stuff like that, you could have an ebook on, right? Like multitasking, where you know, if you take your kids to the swing set, sit on the swing and swing with them, you know, play some tennis outside, badminton. You can get those things from the dollar store, you know, like, um, you know, if there's a new activity that you like or something you like doing, it's like, how can I say? I got into paddleboarding a couple of years ago. Paddleboards are extremely expensive, you guys. However, if you go on like Craigslist, I don't know where you are or live, you can buy used ones, right? You just need to start off with the used one. You don't need, like if you started getting into biking, you could buy a used one first, right? Uh, like for me, like buying a used paddleboard makes more sense, right? It's only going to get damaged anyway, so uh, they're really expensive. Okay. Um, I do feel like bedtime stories, though, are really important. Even if you take care of your mother and your mother's really old, reading stories to her, you know, or perhaps reading her the storybooks that she used to read to you, right? If you have a daughter and she's going through puberty, um, there was a book my aunt gave me when I was young. I'm 34. I think it was about 10 or so when she gave it to me. It's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's a good book for young girls, you know, going through puberty and stuff like that. It explains a lot in there. Um, that's if you're like, I was brought up, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but when I was a kid, my mom used to take me to church and stuff like that. So, you know, again, I'm not religious though, right? Like, so if you are, it could be a good book for the kid. Anne of Green Gable, too. She's come up quite a bit this month. Definitely get dolled up. Even you guys, like, you know, you got two cards. You got the Ace of Cups. It says a gift. Okay. You have the Four of Cups. It says turning in. This is like taking off the mask is what I get with that, right? Like if you're unhappy, you're unhappy, right? You need to deal with that and focus your attention to why you're unhappy. What is this about me? Like this situation making me unhappy? Are you not happy with what you look like without the mask on? So that would apply to like women. It can apply to men too, but if you wear makeup all the time and you feel like you need that makeup to look beautiful, you should be able to feel beautiful without it. All right. And unfortunately, that's a stigma that's placed upon women because of society, right? You can see that like when you're a child, like parenting, most parents tell their little girl, you're so pretty, you're beautiful. Those are not words that you should be telling your daughter, right? You should be telling her stuff like you're courageous, you're brave, you know, like you don't want her to associate with being successful in life as being pretty or beautiful. You know, you want to be pretty on the inside. You don't want to be concerned about the outside, right? But if you're unhappy, you want to focus on why you're unhappy. I don't mean like focus, like put all your energy into it. You want to see what the problem is. And then once you figure out what the problem is, focus on the solution. All right? Are you miserable a lot of the time? Is that because like the job you're going to, when you come home, you're just miserable after the job? You're not happy there anymore. All right? So that means that there needs to be a change in that job, right? All right. And then, oh my goodness, you got so many cards, you guys. Okay, you got the happiness card, 9 of Cups. Ooh, that's like a wish coming true. All right. Again, if you ask, you shall receive, and you will receive it in subtle ways. The universe is going to give you a gift by giving you answers to what you're asking for, and you will see it. The negative side of the 9 of Cups, every card has a positive and negative, would be gluttony. Okay, it would be overeating, overindulging. All right. But that 9 of Cups is like celebration, good times, like it's like that Earth, Wind. I think it's Earth, Wind, and Fire. Celebrate good times. Come on. I don't normally sing, you guys. You got to be open, though, is what I'm seeing. These 2 hands here, it's like being open, right? It's gonna be like you got this like energy of like, oh my goodness. Is this really happening right now? Like maybe when you start seeing those signs from the life or universe, you're going to be baffled by it, and you're going to feel a little like your inner child's going to come out, the wonder of like, wow, that's pretty crazy how that's so synchronized with what like it actually does show me a solution, or it's showing me what I'm stuck on, or something. When you research the animal or insect that is being shown to you. You have the 6 of Wands. It says victory. You could be traveling a lot too. I'm sure you're getting a lot of sleep, rest. Okay, you want to make sure you're getting more than 6 hours sleep at least. Victory does come at a cost, though, you guys. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not. There's no shortcuts to it either. You can see in this card. There's blood coming out of the hand. That's showing that there's hard work and dedication that goes into it. All right, blood, sweat, and tears. That's not going to be in vain. In the future, you will be victorious, but hard work and dedication is going to be involved. And it's action, because it's a Wands card, taking the actions necessary to ensure that victory. The next card you got is the 7 of Pentacles, and it says patience on it. It's a very family card to me because you can see all the hands. Right? There's like a kid's hand with an adult's hand. There's like these 2 hands here. These 2 people holding hands here. Okay, so if you start overthinking things, or getting out of touch with reality, a good exercise to do, or if you're like, how can I say? The best way to put it is, if you need to get back to reality, okay, so if you're getting highly emotional, or you're sensitive, or you feel out of balance, to be present, a good exercise you can do is with your thumb. Start off with your index finger. You can start off with your pinky if you want. Is to touch your thumb to each individual finger one by one, and do this. This will help you focus in reality, because it takes concentration to do it, right? It'll help you stay present, okay, bring you back to reality. It's a good exercise. Patience, though, again, to get to your victory, blood, sweat, and tears have to be put into it. You have to be passionate about it. With the 6 of Wands, it's also talking about free will. You have free will, okay? Life can give you opportunity. The universe can give you opportunities, okay? It can give you options. However, it comes down to you as an individual using your free will, taking your passions, your desires, making the decisions, and taking the action necessary to take those opportunities on, to take what life is offering you. You got to be patient, though, all right? And then you have the 10 of Wands. It's oppression, it says. Okay, the 10 of Wands is like I believe they say that Saturn in Sagittarius. I am a Sag. Saturn in Sagittarius did kick my ass, you guys. I can laugh about it now, but it was not so funny when I was going through it. All right. With the Ten of Wands, that's like, you know, you can look at that in a couple of different ways. It could be you, how can I say it? You carrying those burdens yourself, you choosing to carry those burdens. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You can carry each one of those wands as a lesson. You know, you can use those wands to build a fire. All right. You can use those wands to build a structure, obviously, right? Like if you were to build your own house, you could use those wands to build it that you're carrying on your back. And they were all burdens at the time, and it was painful to carry them. You know, you had to put them down, you pick them back up again. Or you can see that as you need to drop some things that aren't serving you, right? So again, that's going back to if you have a job and you come home and you're unhappy and, you know, it's the job that's making you unhappy, then you need to remove yourself from that environment, right? You need to take the actions necessary, drop that burden. It's not serving you, all right? You have the Knight of Pentacles. It says meditation. Okay, I love the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow mover. Goes with the Seven of Pentacles, patience. You plant a seed, it needs to germinate first, right? And then it kind of peaks, it pops out a little bit, but then it stops its growth because it appears to you that it's not growing, right? On the surface, what you can see, it's not growing, you know, visually not growing. But underneath the dirt, it's developing its roots, right? And it is growing, but it's just growing where you can't see it, right? So with the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow movement, slow progress. This is a guy or a girl who takes things with a grain of salt. It's a really good friend, okay? Definitely the person you can lean on, and they are usually like the rock, right? These people are the ones that are great under pressure, all right? With the Knight of Pentacles, it is talking about you being in a night phase, so it doesn't matter how old you are, okay? We all need to be knocked down to that phase. You hear me say that a lot, right? Because why is that? Because the kings and queens, the emperor, the empress, they don't move. People come to them, right? And then when people come to them, they make a decision. With the knight, they have to go out and seek the things that they need. The skills, or, you know, the finances, the materials, the knowledge, the wisdom, they have to go out and seek it. Okay, and with you giving the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, that means practicality, earthly manner things. So it could be your physical health, your education, the facts, the details, you know, like facts and figures, that type of thing. Knight of Pentacles takes things with a grain of salt, though. Okay, so it's a type of person who's a slow mover, so they observe you, right? So it's not a person. I was going to say impressed, but it's not a person who. When I say it takes things with a grain of salt, it's like it's a person who, you know, because they hear something from somebody else, they're not going to necessarily believe it. They're going to do their research on it, right? Like they understand that people have their own, depending on the outcome that they want, is going to be how they're going to, like, how can I say it? Damn, this Mercury retrograde. Okay. Sometimes people will, how can I say it? This is the guy or girl who pays attention to your actions. Is not going to listen to words, because the actions are going to be the fact for this person, right? So this is like when somebody, and I say this all the time, all right? Pay attention to what people do, not say, okay? What people say is pretty much personality. What they do, that's character. That shows their character, right? So it can go a couple of ways with that, right? There's a lot of people out there, they got a lot of personality, they're good talkers, they can manipulate the crap out of anybody, you know, like they're opportunists. Okay, how do you see that? Well, you see it through their actions, right? What they do and what they say are going to be two separate things. So they can say, I help a lot of people, but really they're takers, okay? Then you have people who have a harsh persona on that may seem mean, but they actually aren't, right? They may say, I'm not caring, I'm not going to help you, I'm not going to do this, right? But then you see what they do. They are caring because they are helping you and they are doing what they said that they weren't going to do, right? And these are the people that have been hurt throughout life and put on a hard shell to prevent people from getting close to them. okay? But their character, which is what they're doing, shows that they are a good person. All right, so things aren't always as they seem. It's like seeing clearly. They're not always as they seem. You know, you can have a person who's a really good talker in your life, but they're the bad person. But then you can have a person that everybody says, oh, they're a bad person because of what they say, but their actions prove that they're a good person. They're always there to help people. They just don't brag about it. All right. This is also about health, new health regimen, education, things that nurture you, right? Finances, setting a budget, following the budget, being creative. This guy is very resourceful. Okay? He's resourceful with his finances. Uh, he's resourceful with how he accomplishes things. All right. So what do I mean by that? That's like, you know, some people, they're resourceful in the sense you can learn skills and abilities in life. All right. There's no harder school than the school of life. Life can teach you a lot. If you open a business, there's things that you can learn in everyday life. Like you can apply to be a receptionist, right? Which gives you customer service skills. Okay. You can apply to be a supervisor. Well, that skill that you're learning is going to help you become a boss for your own company, right? You can take the skills of life and apply it into reality. Again, resourcefulness, right? So if you know you eventually want to be a boss, well, then don't be afraid to, or start your own business. Don't be afraid to go out there and get your skills from reality life. Apply for positions that that aren't in your forte, so you gain the skills and the knowledge in the long run, right? This guy sacrifices his short term for long term. He never has instant gratification. He's concerned about long term gratification. He's concerned about building. Usually somebody that works with their hands a lot. And then you got Hedgehog. He's pretty cute, you guys. You got a lot of food items back here. You got mushrooms, some sort of fruit. I don't know if you can see it. He's got like jam right here. And then there's like fruit. And these are mushrooms. So vegetables and fruit really maybe something, your health, what you're eating, you know. This is like, if you're concerned about eating healthier, you don't have to deprive yourself of the finer things in life, like this said, you know, like it said in here, feel free to buy yourself small luxurious gifts. So you don't have to sacrifice if you're trying to eat healthy. It's like you can still have your mayonnaise on your sandwich, just substitute the white bread for a multigrain bread, right? And instead of having lettuce on your sandwich, maybe spinach. There's more nutritional factors in spinach, right? A lot of lettuce is just water. That's all it is, right? There's not much nutrition behind it. But you can still put your mayonnaise and cheese on there. All right. So it says preparation, privacy, defensiveness, independence, simplicity, long walks in the moonlight. Okay, and I'm going to read from the book. You guys got a longer reading than most people. I actually was able to keep these shorter, which, like, again, I'm impressed by that. That doesn't normally happen, you guys. All right. Hedgehog, where are you? Okay. It says the hedgehog enjoys his privacy. When threatened, rolling into a ball spins out is a last resort and very effective. If you have a tendency to push people away and retreat into yourself when you feel misunderstood, the hedgehog says, don't let your insecurities alienate you. Being thin-skinned and sensitive seems like a fun option, but people aren't out to hurt you, and they miss out on your wisdom if you hide. Go on a nighttime revere under the stars. I think that's pretty fitting for your reading, you guys. All right. So I'll give you one affirmation card. And you got I am complete. So that'll be your homework. Say that to yourself. Reflect on it. The words that come to your head, reflect on that. Okay, what does that mean to you? All right, that's your homework. All right, you guys, hopefully this helped you out. I have Virgo's reading to do. It'll be my 3rd attempt for Virgo, man. I hope it gets done. Namaste, everybody, and I will talk to you next month. Have a fabulous month, and treat yourself to a little something, something, you guys. All right, you can be creative and resourceful in how you do that. Okay, have some fun. Namaste, and talk to you next month. Ciao for now.